Okay, I'm gonna show you the do prison escape now. I'll show you how to do the out of bounds section. And then I'll just explain how this changes the route and the kind of time saves you'll get. So there's like a few places you can get out of bounds, but it's the quickest to do it here, this beam. And then you just line yourself up next to it, and you look at this, and it's like an elevator. So you just hold Shift A and S, and then instead of just holding space, you're gonna spam space. Like if you look at my keyboard inputs, you can see I'm just kind of spamming scroll up, and I pop out of bounds. So let's continue on. Okay, and when you're up here, there's a pipe here that you don't want to climb because you're going to end up doing 2 climb ups. So just jump around to the right. You'll only do 1. And here there's also a pipe where you don't want to do 2 climb ups, so you want to do that vault that you just saw. So what I do is I line up with this pipe, look down, and when my crosshair passes this line, I just hold space. You vault over it, and then just run this way, jump over those fences. Get a quick vault up there. This floor, the collision extends past the textures. So you can run on like most of this part here, and then these walls don't have any collision at all. Neither does this one. Okay, and here, you want to get on top of this rock, and you can climb on this pipe here. You can't see it from the top, but the side you can. And you want to vault it so you have enough height to grab onto this rock. So it can be kind of tricky. You just gotta, get the angle and the timing down. And then run up here, and then there's more invisible collision here. You just run to the peak of the rock and then jump and climb up. And jump over this rock. And then you have to jump over these pipes. And now you have to get over this wall. You can't just do it regularly. You don't have enough height. So what we do is there's like a little ledge here. You can see me popping over it. So we got to boost off that. So I line up here. I can't really explain what I line up with, but it's something. You'll just have to find your own lineup and then inch backwards and forwards whilst looking like kind of around this area. You can't look parallel, I don't think. And there should be a space input like indicator. So just inch backwards and forwards like until like you're as close as possible with that indicator showing up. Essentially, if you're too far back, like you're not gonna have enough height to get up. So then what you do is hold Shift, at the same time hold W, and spam jump inputs. So I'm obviously going to use my scroll wheel for that, and then whip your camera to up there to climb up. So yeah, it's easy with a bit of practice. And then here be on the apex of the tunnel. So you have enough height to climb onto this. Jump here, and then get kind of close to this so you can vault over it. And you got to jump over this here. And then just sprint off this, land onto the rock. Don't land like here-ish, or you might die. And land like here. Run over here, and just jump and crouch on this rubble, and then walk down here. There's like a corner you can jam yourself in against this wall, and there's a little invisible thing here. And the way you line up this clip is you jam yourself in this corner. And then I look here. There's like this scaffold that forms a V, and then like this concrete, and then a little gap. There's a little blue part of it, and I look there, and then I hold left, you know, kind of tap it until my crosshair gets about here, which is, you know, almost touching this pipe here, you know, and then I don't think it's too precise, but I line up in between this metal beam and this fence railing, and then I didn't mean to do that. I free scroll my mouse wheel to jump, and it pops you through the wall, and then you can just vault over this. You can, you know, get a fast vault if you're good, and then run through this tunnel. And the trigger for Samuel is right here, I think, or somewhere in that tunnel. You know, there's Sam. So initially, before this in prison, what you would have done is you would have grabbed the sword on the table before you do the gate clip and the elevators, whatnot, because you're skipping your sword and your crossbow. And you don't get it back. You don't ever get Corvo's sword or his crossbow, like, the whole game. So, this out of bounds saves like 13 seconds over going inbounds. And it doesn't save 13 seconds overall. You gotta subtract the time losses you have from this, which is a second in prison to having to grab the sword, and then half a second in Campbell because you can't startle Samuel with your crossbow bolt at the end, and then 4 seconds in bridge because you can't sleep dart Sokolov. You have to choke him. Another, you know, maybe half a second in Weepers, because you're gonna have to find some other way to kill them, like either sword them both or grenade them. And then a second in Tower, because you can't shoot the glass door to alert the Lord Regent. You have to hit it with a sword, so that's another second. So that's about 6 or 7 seconds off of 13, so it saves about 6 or 7 seconds. And the only other thing to note is that you can't do the regular swordless. You have to do the one you do in the DLC, where you slash your sword, and then while the sword's slashing you hold F, and then pull out your power. So that's not going to lose any time. It's just going to be a bit of getting used to. Anyway, that's it. Thank you.